I reminisce. Yeah. I reminisce for a spell, or shall I say?
Welcome to the Foreclosure Deals Coach podcast, your home for the mindset, methodology, and tools needed to be a successful foreclosure acquisition specialist. And now your host, the Foreclosure Deals Coach, Donnie Coram.
Hey there, foreclosure deal hunters. This is Donnie Coram, your foreclosure deals coach, and welcome to the Foreclosure Deals Coach podcast. Again, I am your host, Donnie Coram. I got my producer right here in the studio with me, Mr. Jonathan Winston. Jonathan, say what's up.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, we're here today. We're going to be talking about keeping your income consistent in foreclosure investing, and today's episode is brought to you by Privy Real Estate Investment Software, which is my secret weapon for helping to evaluate real estate deals in the marketplace. Imagine not having to chase comps, but rather having one tool where you can find out what properties are worth in one source. It can be done. You no longer need a real estate agent to figure out your comps. You do so through Privy Real Estate Investment Software. And as a loyal listener of the Foreclosure Deals Coach podcast, we're going to give you a free 30-day trial of the Privy software. Just reach out to me either on social media, right here on the podcast. Hit me up in the Facebook group. Say you'd like to give it a shot. We'll get you 30 days free of Privy. Let's get to it, because this is a mindset game, okay? Like any sort of trading, whether it's trading stocks, I got interested in Forex trading a while ago, and what I'm learning is that it all comes back to mindset. It is so true in real estate investing, and the key to keeping your mindset stable is a consistent income in foreclosure investing. Here's what's changed. I just want a quick backstory, okay? My wife is also a coach. So she offers what's called a habit finder coaching thing, and she's been pressing on me like over and over again, you gotta try this sleep hypnosis thing. I'm like, man, I don't want anybody up in my head while I'm trying to get some rest, talking to me all night. That's not gonna work for me, okay? But my wife's insistent. She's also very good, right? And she insists on trying this thing. So I give it a shot. I wear these headphones overnight, right? And I'm listening to this basically positive affirmation thing that's talking to me about how amazing I could be, how life could be different. And while you're sleeping, you don't know exactly what's being said, but I gotta tell you, I woke up the next morning and I felt different. Right? It was astounding. Like everything about my mindset had shifted. And I realized that foreclosure investing, just like pretty much anything you're going to be effective at, is mindset. If you're going to be a pro level golfer, yes, you got to perfect your swing. Yes, you got to play a lot of golf. But let me tell you, you got to first work on your mindset if you're going to be effective at this task. And foreclosure investing is no different. But I got to tell you, if your income is inconsistent, if you're worried about feeding your family, I have 3 wonderful daughters that my entire world revolves around my daughters. And if I was thinking about being able to feed them or not being able to feed them this month, the decisions I would make in foreclosure investing would not be as effective as somebody who's got the confidence and skill set. This is a mindset game. So we're going to go over keeping your income consistent by giving you the multiple facets of how to invest in real estate and make money on it, keeping your income from, instead of getting checks every 3 months or 6 months, as a lot of real estate investors do, you can keep those checks consistent. I don't know about you, but I like to get paid no less than once a month. Right? And I would prefer twice a month. Remember when you were in the workforce, or maybe you're still in the workforce and you're used to that 2-week paycheck, you're getting paid every 2 weeks. Remember that feeling of satisfaction? That's the confidence you needed. That's why a lot of people never leave their jobs, because they need that consistent paycheck. You can have it in real estate investing. You can have this in foreclosure investing. It can be done, but what you have to do is try to find a way to fill the gaps and keep your income consistent. I learned this the hard way. When I was investing in real estate full time before I got my real estate license, which is why I advise people to get their license today. Before I did it, I was getting paid very well. You got big checks coming in between flips. When you sell a property, if you've done well, you can make $25,000, $30,000, even $50,000 on a deal. And I hate these big pie in the sky numbers because everybody shoots for that. But what they don't realize is there are these huge gaps in between these checks. Even if you're a very good foreclosure investor, you got to remember that you find a property, it takes about 30 days to close on it. Right? Now you got to fix that property. If you're effective at flipping the house, it's going to take you 30 to 60 days to get done. That's if you're good at it, right? I've seen real estate flips that have taken 6, 12, even 18 months. Imagine that. Not getting paid because you're working on one deal. Now, if you're getting a huge check, a 6-figure check on that, maybe you can afford to wait 6 to 12 months. If you've got a day job or a side hustle, maybe that gap is okay. If that describes you, good for you. But a lot of people want to just do foreclosure investing. They join the Foreclosure Deals coaching program because this is all they want to do. Right? And if it's all you want to do, your income has to be consistent. So we're going to talk about how to keep your income coming in at a relatively reasonable, consistent clip so you're not looking for that side hustle. So you're not driving for Uber in between deals. Hey, what do you do, man? Well, I'm a foreclosure investor, but I also drive for Uber. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking Uber drivers. I'm saying if you want this to be your full-time, all-in profession, we got to find a way to get your income consistent. And with Foreclosure Deals Coach, we go into detail in your specific scenario on what you can do to keep that income consistent. Step one, though, to give you an idea, is why we recommend that you get your real estate license if you don't already have it, is as an agent, when you buy that deal, you're getting a paycheck. Right? In between, you can do other deals. I learned as a foreclosure investor, man, I know I'm getting paid here in about 2 months, but in the meantime, I got to find a way to fill my time and keep those income gaps. Now, maybe you just got it like that. Like I'm an energy guy, right? I need to keep moving. I need that. Right? If that doesn't describe you, if you're content and you want to do 3, 4 deals a year, which a lot of my investors do, a lot of my coaching students do, and you're making 100, 120 grand and you're good with that, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. I'm saying for those of you who want to fill those inconsistencies and perhaps double or triple your income, one option would be to get your real estate license. And if you do that, you can get paid when you buy your own deals. You can broker deals for others. One of the limiting factors on most starter foreclosure investors, they can only do one deal at a time, right? Mostly because the funding's unavailable to do more. So you're sort of waiting for that first deal to come in, get fixed, and get sold. As you get advanced in the process, you've got multiple lenders, you've got multiple crews, you've got increased bandwidth, so now you can find yourself in a position where you can do 2 or 3 deals at a time. Some of my very high-level mentors and students are doing 10, 20 deals a month. It's very feasible. It can be done. But when you're starting out, you're probably going to be limited to 1 deal at a time. So in between, you're going to want to broker deals for other people. Like what's great about foreclosures is when you attract buyers to your now newly remodeled home, the house may not work for them. Right? They may see your gorgeous remodeled house and they really, it's a beautiful ranch style home, but they wanted a 2-story. Well, that's a buyer. Right? And if you were a licensed agent, if you are a licensed agent, you can take that buyer and show them a different property that can fit their needs, and bam, you just made 10 grand more off of your foreclosure listing. See, once you have inventory, pretty inventory to boot, your rehab properties out there, you're going to find this law of attraction kicking in where people are going to come to you and want to do deals with you. The more activity you put out there, the more results you're going to get. It's the same thing we're seeing on this podcast today. We're seeing that by putting the content out there, helping people to get the basics of foreclosure investing, we're getting more and more students on the team. We're able to help more people. It's law of attraction. The more you give, the more you get. Right? So the very purpose of this show is changing that mindset to say that there's enough to go around. Right? And what I learned from sleep hypnosis therapy is it really comes down to how you feel about it every single day. When we're doing foreclosure deals coaching, a lot of this is logistics. A lot of it is keeping your income where it needs to be. A lot of it is the contracts, the finding the deals. And I'm going to help you with all of that as your foreclosure deals coach. But a bigger part of it truly is the mindset. Because a bunch of people go to these Van Merrill conferences. They go to all these real estate investment conferences, but they never actually do a deal because their mindset gets in the way. Right? And as your foreclosure deals coach, I'm going to guarantee you that you're going to do a deal as a student with my program. I'm going to guarantee you're going to get results because that's what you're bringing me on to do. That's why you hire a coach for anything, to ensure results. And one of those results we got to get to is keeping your income consistent. So one of the ways we can do that is you get your real estate license and you're brokering deals for other people, so you're making money that way. You're finding buyers via your investment property and you're making money that way, and you are generally just acting as a real estate agent. The average real estate agent does 4 transactions a year. My students in my real estate training program are averaging 20 to 25 units a year. So imagine you're getting paid like you had a normal job, but instead of that $1,000, $1,500 every 2 weeks, you're getting $5,000 to $6,000, maybe $10,000 every 2 weeks on top of the money you're making from real estate investing. It can happen. I'm living proof. I will help you to do it. How else can we make your income consistent? Well, we can talk about wholesaling. Wholesaling is when you buy a property, not really buy it, you lock it down. You contract for a property. So imagine there's a property for sale for $200,000 that everybody knows is worth $280,000. How do we know that? Well, if you heard my last podcast, you know how important it is to have a team and get that evaluation done on a very consistent basis. Somebody who can fact check you, or you have the right software to do it through the Privy software that we offer and we sponsor this show today, right? You know what this property is worth. So you bought it or contracted for it for $200,000. It's worth $280,000. You find another investor and you flip the contract to them for $210,000. What's your profit on that deal? 10 grand. You've made 10 grand and you didn't do the deal. Now the question everybody asks is, if it's such a great deal, why didn't you just do it yourself? Because that's that greed factor kicking in again, right? You have to understand there's enough deals to go around. If your goal is to keep your income consistent so you can make better decisions as a real estate investor, sometimes you buy them and flip them, sometimes you buy them and wholesale them, right? And sometimes you act as an agent. If your income stream is coming from multiple different sources, you have a higher probability of keeping your head straight to make the right decision on the next deal that comes along, right? Because this is a mindset game. Just like anything else, you have to understand the mindset that comes from being a successful real estate investor. And foreclosure deals coaching, although it's going to give you the nuts and bolts, the contracts, logistics, all the stuff that's going to take, we really focus on the mindset it takes to take that first step. So we're going to handhold you through your first deal. I'm going to be with you as you're working through that first deal so you can make sure that you're in the right place mentally the entire time. Right? And if your income is consistent, if your mindset is right, if you're not worried about paying the mortgage, you're far better likely to do a better deal than you would if you are struggling financially at the moment that you do it. Okay? It's so important to get your mindset correctly. So we've discussed making money as an agent. We've discussed making money as a wholesaler. How else can we keep our income consistent as a real estate investor? Well, you can do more than one deal at a time. And again, as I alluded to earlier, this is kind of advanced. Do not take on more than one deal at a time until you've successfully completed one deal. I have met multiple would-be investors and bought 3 houses simultaneously and thought they could handle the rehab on all of them. I'm not trying to slow your roll here, man. I want to see you make it. My goal is to make sure you're successful in this industry. To do so, we're going to keep you at one deal. Once you've got a good feel for that, you got a rhythm, your crews are dialed in, your lending team is dialed in, you're getting them sold with a good pace, then it's time to start looking at multiple deals. At my peak, I was averaging 30 transactions a year in the flipping market, and my mentor does 100 flips a year right now. So it can be done, but you have to know the process to do it. As your foreclosure deals coach, we're going to go through that process and determine when you are ready to take on multiple deals. I promise you, I'm going to start you at one deal at a time. We're going to see how you handle one deal, because if you can handle one deal accurately, it is scalable. That will also keep your income consistent. Instead of waiting 90 days in between paychecks, if you are stacking 2 or 3 deals simultaneously, one closes in March, you got one closing in June, you got one closing in July, you're maybe missing a month at a time. You got these huge paychecks, and don't forget, we're filling your income with other sources as well. Do you know the average millionaire has 7 sources of income, right? So the mindset that you got to specialize in one thing is insane. You really want to look at foreclosure investing as a multiple streams of income process. Down the road, foreclosure investing is about buy and hold. It's about producing a rental income, which brings us to another source of income that you can have to get consistent income. What if instead of buying the property, fixing it up, and selling it, you bought the property, fixed it up, got a permanent mortgage on it? Imagine a payment of $1,500, $1,600 on your permanent mortgage on a property in a really hot rental market that could probably rent for $2,200, $2,300 a month. Right? Now you're making $500 to $600 a month, and if you had 5 of them, 10 of them, 25 of them in your portfolio, now you're making 10 grand a month whether you flip a home or not, right? And that's the ultimate path to consistent income, because that's freedom, baby. That's when you know you're out of the game. That's when you have the ability to live the life you want to live on your terms, the way you want to get things done. So let's recap. How can we get your income consistent? Well, here at Foreclosure Deals Coach, we advise getting your real estate license. I want you to get your license because you will have a consistent source of income through your licensing process. You're going to know that you can broker a deal if you can't flip a deal, right? When I was unable to flip properties, I was able to broker deals for other investors. I built a community of people who still had cash and still wanted to buy deals. Some of these deals, all of these deals, I wanted to buy myself, right? I have a rule as a foreclosure investor: I will never sell a property I would not have purchased myself, right? So as I'm brokering these deals, there's a tinge of, man, I wish I could do this deal, but I got to keep my income consistent. You have to understand that the mental game is going to weigh on you way worse if you're worried about the next paycheck. So sometimes you're brokering and sometimes you're buying, right? What most real estate agents stop at is just brokering. They get their license. They don't ever think about investing. Like 80% of real estate agents don't even own a home. Isn't that crazy? It's like a cobbler with bad shoes, right? If you could you should be able to fix your own shoes. Most real estate agents have never purchased a property. Why? Because the barrier of entry of getting into real estate is far too low, in my opinion. I think it should be much harder to be a part of this profession that I love. And I'm not knocking people who are struggling trying to get in. I'm trying to tell you that you're in a time where it's too easy to get a license. As a result, there's too many people out there. The competition is fierce, and I love a good competition. But the reality is the basics, the stuff you have to learn to be successful at this industry, are not taught as part of the real estate school. Stay tuned, because we have part of this series is going to be the 5 things they don't teach in real estate school, right? Which is going to really go into depth on the things that are missing in that course that we're going to fill in as part of foreclosuredealscoach.com, right? So I really want you to be a part of that as well. But the point is, mindset matters. Consistency in your income will increase that mindset, and I can help you to get there through the Foreclosure Deals Coaching Program. Right? So that's really all we got for you today. You know, the key is understanding where your mindset is at. And when we meet, and I would love to meet you, please reach out. Listen, here's my phone number, 719-649-2500. Shoot me a text. I'm notoriously hard to reach by phone, but I want to talk to you. When you text me and say you want to meet up, in exchange, I'm going to give you my Calendly link where you can get on. We can set up a call for a 15-minute orientation call. We can talk about what you need from my program to be more effective and see if it's a good fit. Because I'm not going to kid you. The Foreclosure Deals Coaching Program is not for everybody. If your mindset's not in the right place, if you are generally a negative person, and most importantly, if you are not ready to change your life through foreclosure investing, I am probably not the best fit for you. The key is to know where we don't fit, and I would love to have that talk, and hopefully, at very least, we can end as friends, give you some information, I can learn a little about you. So again, text me 719-649-2500, or reach out to me all over social media. Find me on Facebook and friend me. I must get a friend request once an hour now. I feel so popular. It's such a good feeling. Yeah, people like me. You know, it's a big deal to me. Reach out to me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Direct message me. Right? Let's get in touch. Let's talk about whether your mindset's in the right place and whether I can help you to increase that mindset to stabilize your income, make you more money, and give you the freedom that can only be had by foreclosure investing. So we're going to wrap up with that. Don't forget, we have a free 30-day trial of the Privy software application. Same thing, reach out on the page. Let me know. I'll get you your trial link. You can try out Privy and get full evaluation on your properties. This show is sponsored by Privy, so we are proud to use that software. I literally log into the Privy application every single day. It's how I find deals, how I evaluate them. It's going to make you a ton of money, and I'm going to teach you how to use it as part of our coaching program. Like any tool, you can use it on the surface, or you can get very deep levels of how to make this software profitable for you. And really, I want to meet you. I love to talk with you. So if your mindset's not there, if you think you could use some help with that, I want to be a part of it. Foreclosure investing is a mindset game. And if we can get your income stable, if you know you're making 10 grand a month, that's where you need to live, right? Or 20 grand a month, that's the lifestyle you're at. Even if it's 5 grand a month, once you're there, everything else is going to fit in place because you will understand the mindset part. And when you're there, everything else will take off. I hope you enjoyed the show. Again, thanks once again for all the feedback, the quality feedback from people who have been listening to the show. I think we're making a difference out there, Jonathan. I think people are caring about what we have to offer. It's just an honor that you're hearing my voice right now. And wherever you are in the foreclosure deals game, whether you're ready for professional coaching or not, I'd love to chat with you. Reach out to me, 719-649-2500. text me. Let's set up a time to chat and see if Foreclosure Deals Coaching can change your life as much as it has changed mine. With that, this is Donnie Corum, your Foreclosure Deals Coach. I thank you guys so much for tuning in. It has been an honor to serve you here on the Foreclosure Deals Podcast. I hope to meet you one-on-one very soon at our webinars, at our one-on-one events, on our strategy call, wherever you and I can interact. I hope it happens soon. I thank you for tuning in. Donnie Corum, Foreclosure Deals Coach. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you at the top.